Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerdist New Bully. I'm your host, Leroy, a.k.a. Shaken Not Stirred, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, a.k.a. Victor Hey, Victor Frankenstein.
Oh, that's from the Young Frankenstein movie. I remember that. Yeah, we're back with another episode. Like I said, a lot of stuff happened this week, but we're just going to just jump into it. We actually got like a full bloated show just going on from that one. But I want to start off with some levity because we got some good news that's happened. Well, good news depending on your point of view. Let's talk about William Shatner. Did you hear about the good thing that happened to him this weekend? He didn't die. Still alive. Like 80-some years old, but still alive.
Said Willem should finally go. Oh, I heard he was going to space to the front. He finna go into the frontier.
Did I spell it right? I think I fucked that up. Okay. He finna go. Oh man, that black scene is coming out. Anyway. Yeah, so William Shatner went to space. He went to the final frontier. And once again, yeah, that's him right there. Once again, they dressed like the Fantastic Four again. You know, I don't know why Elon Musk keep dressing his guys like that. I think William Shatner thought when he went to space, he was probably going to see this in space, but he didn't.
Yeah, he looks fucking lit as fuck. Like he.
I mean, you go into space, why not? You know, space bitches. You know,
yeah, another martini, please.
You know what? To make and this is probably a joke only people that listen to podcasts will catch. When he showed up to the site, they should have gave him like a red shirt. You know, and then go into space. No, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You know,
I'm a rocket man.
Oh man, hold up. We got I bet you somebody. Oh no, it's 616 man. He's on it. Oh, Captain Kirk actually made it to space. He did make it to space, yeah. So everybody else on the original show is dead, but he's in space. So yeah. Good for him. What else we got? Briefly talk about it. Eli, I want to talk about it. Did you ever actually watch the Squid Game?
No, I heard everybody talking about it.
Yeah,
I have not watched it, but it sounds like Battle Royale, which is awesome.
Right, the same old thing. Right, Battle Royale, but the same old thing. I mean, basically, I just saw the PlayStation button controls. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like PlayStation or die? I didn't watch it. I'm like, it's whatever. Here's the thing. Shows like that, I just wait for the internet to like spoil the entire show, like through memes, you know, like I did with Game of Thrones and every other show that comes out that gets like super duper popular. So I just do that. And plus, are we talking about a show where the U.S. government, you know, gives people a chance to pay off the debt by, you know, risking life and death? We're going to have that. Yeah, we're going to have that. It's the U.S. military.
It's the military.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on past that, let's get right into it. Like I said, Eli, I saw a movie. I know it's usually you, but
bet you did.
I bet I did. I've been waiting for this movie for like 2 years to watch this movie. We're getting put back by the coronavirus, stuff like that, and it finally came out. But before we get into it, like I said, we're gonna bring back that thing that we normally do. So Eli, give it to me. What is the number one movie of the week?
The Bond movie, whatever it's called.
Of course. Destined to Kill or something.
License to Die.
Yeah. With Shirley Bassey, License to Die. Yeah, anyway. All right, so I probably got to blow it up a little bit. But anyway, you see No Time to Die on there. Here's the thing, Eli, you're right. It did do it was number one this week, but here's the thing. It only did 56 million.
Damn it.
That's actually chump change. That's not Marvel standards, you know.
No, this is like old, this is dad Marvel. Or,
yeah,
this is old man Marvel.
Old man Marvel. But here's the boomer Marvel. Like, but here's the thing, like that's what they're saying. They're saying that James Bond, like the target audience it was going for, you know, probably like an older crowd. So it wasn't like Venom, because Venom almost did like twice this last week. Let's just go down and just name some of the other ones, just kind of go there. Like I said, Venom Let It Be Tarnished, number 2, took a big drop off, 64%. Addams Family 2 still hanging in there. Shang-Chi is still in there. Let's see where Shang-Chi is at. Shang-Chi did cross 400 million. Still chump change compared to a Marvel movie or any other Marvel movie. But for this time, for these uncertain times we're in now, it fits. Many Saints of Newark still hanging in there. Free Guy. Did see Free Guy. Why is Free Guy in the box office and it's on VOD right now? I own Free Guy. So, but I'll review it eventually one day. Hold on, let's go to it. Let's see what we got. It sounds like it does sound like Hunger Games. Didn't see it.
Which Hunger Games was was battle royale too.
Yeah, it was all the same thing, except with like, you know, teeny boppers and shit, you know, the Americanized version. You know how it. That's all we're gonna say about that.
Battle royale with cheese.
Right. James Bond beat Venom. Well, yes and no, 616 man. This is Venom's second week out. So of course not gonna make the most money it did this week. But however, James Bond was number one, but it didn't beat what Venom did last week. Last week, Venom did 90 million, Bond did 56 million, which compared to like the other movies like Shang-Chi, Black Widow, Fast 9, I don't even think Bond cracks top 5 opening weekend this year. So not good, especially since it's like the second highest grossing, it's the second highest budgeted James Bond movie they have. So yeah, not the numbers they were looking for. So yeah, it's a thing. But like I said, I did see it. I am going to review it. Like I said, I've been waiting for this movie for a while. I said I was going to break it down. I said I was going to review it, and no time to die. So let's just jump into this bad boy. So
take it step by step.
Step by step.
First off, theme song.
Okay, theme song. Well, we heard the theme song. We heard the theme song 2 years ago.
Oh, I didn't. I don't know.
Oh,
who's
I
did
did.
it? Who's it? Did?
Billie Eilish. Whatever.
Megan, not Megan. Oh, it should have been Megan.
Megan.
It should have been. No, who did? Oh, Billie. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Billie. Hey, right. I like that song. I like the song. Here's the thing. That's my first song I ever heard from her. Ever. I don't listen to whatever station she's on and whatever she does, but that's the first time I heard from her. I was like, for a Bond song compared to stuff we did, that's pretty good, pretty catchy. And for like the opening theme, you know, with the credits and stuff like that, it fits, especially for the theme of the movie is going. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to completely spoil the movie. I think there's some things that need to be seen in the movie because I think if I spoil it, it's kind of like spoil the movie. You know, so I'm not gonna spoil the movie, but I will give some highlights and basics.
How is the song on your rankings of Bond theme songs?
Middle road. It's not at the bottom. You know, it's not the man with the golden gun. It ain't that. You know, so I'm putting it somewhere in the middle. As far as the Craig theme songs, like the 5 movies he did, Skyfall #1. The Sam Smith song. I like the Sam Smith song. That's just me. Then You Know My Name, then that Alicia Keys bullshit. But I'm putting Billie Eilish over the Alicia Keys bullshit. But that song was so fucking bad.
What is your favorite Bond theme song?
It changes. And matter of fact, I'm going to say some weird shit in a second. It's finally got a great last. Oh, it's his last movie. I'm not spoiling it, but it's his last movie. Yeah, if you watch it, it's just like, yep, that's it. But my favorite is that like it changes so much. Honestly, an underrated hit for me, Tomorrow Never Dies.
Who sang that?
Sheryl Crow. Sheryl Crow sang it.
Okay.
She actually replaced Katie Lang because Katie Lang had a version of it also. But when they were doing promotion of it, they looked at Katie Lang and it was like, and then they looked at 90s Sheryl Crow and they're like, you know what? Let's go with Sheryl Crow. Because Sheryl Crow, you know, looks like a Bond girl, where Katie Lang in the 90s looked like a Bond villain. So it wasn't really about the song, it was more about the presentation of it, you know.
I gotta go with it's either A View to a Kill by Duran Duran.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Or Live and Let Die.
Or Live and Let Die. Both of those are great choices. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying I kind of like Gladys Knight singing License to Kill just because it's so weird hearing Gladys Knight, License to Kill. Like, that's not something Gladys Knight should be singing, but I just find it funny, you know.
What's her name? What's fucking Carly Simon? Is it Carly Simon who did Spies Love Me?
Spy Who Loved Me. Here's the thing. I don't think that's a song she wrote for Bond. I think she just wrote it.
Well, the reason why I know it so much is because for like my birthday or for Christmas, I got like a record on vinyl when I was like, I don't know, 7 years old. And it had like a bunch of like movie theme songs on it. Like Raiders of the Lost Ark, like 2001. I think the Rocky theme was on there. Of course, the Star Wars theme was on there. And then the theme from Spy Who Loved Me, which was Nobody does it better. So I just remember, I always remember that song.
I love that song. It's just like, it don't have to be a Bond song. It's just a song. It's just like
that 70s smooth, soft 70s rock.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she says spy in it, but I think she wanted to say guy in it. She just replaced guy with spy. Just boom, there you go, Bond song. There you go, have it.
Baby, you're the best.
Bloom, 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 bloom. I love this song. It got some awesome song. Hold up, let me see. What do we got here? I remember the Casino Royale song being very stylish. Felt like I didn't like it, not my thing. A lot of people rank it one of their favorite songs, but that You Know My Name, not my thing. But
who sang that? Who sang Casino Royale?
Chris Cornell or something. You Know My Name. That was the name of the song. You Know My Name.
Oh, it wasn't like the Creed guy. Is it Creed who does "Oh" and I said "Oh"?
You know better than I do. So
sound like some fucking like some like jock music, like the theme to Talking Balls or something.
I'm sorry, I don't know the theme to Talking Balls. I know.
Shout out to Boogie, yo.
Shout out to Boogie. I know he ain't listening, but still.
One of those songs from them sports movies where the athletes training and shit. You know, the montage and.
Because if Boogie was listening, I just said, well, fuck you too. And then he just quit listening.
Yeah, the scene right before the athlete does the coach scene, you know, talking to the coach. Like, damn, coach, if life was like football, oh, it'd be so much easier or something. I can navigate the field. I just can't navigate real life, coach. You know. And then that song plays and he's training. Yeah.
Nothing else gonna bring you down.
And I said, oh.
All right, so let's see. Now I'm gonna actually get into it. Like we said, with Creed sing song. Take me.
Take me.
I don't know what that is.
I said, oh yeah. Is that the song? What it's called? Yeah.
I think I heard this song. Is it like a gospel song?
No time or whatever.
I think that's a gospel song. Like you really listen to the lyrics, I think talking about God in that song or something.
Oh, that's all I remember. That's all I know.
Okay. All right. But let me dive into it. Okay.
Back to James Bond. Yeah.
Back to James Bond. Okay. So like I said, I'm gonna dive into the plot of the movie. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I will get to the plot of the movie. So the plot of the movie is actually very relevant to what we're doing today. It's about a killer virus. It's about a killer virus manufactured in a lab that MI6 tried to hide and terrorists stole it. So Mission Impossible 2. Actually, that was a plot of Mission Impossible 2. I was going to go deeper than that. Now that you bring that up, but I was going to deepen that. But it's not really Mission Impossible 2 because this guy, I don't care what they say, is the real writer director of this movie. This is Hideo Kojima because the plot of this movie is the exact same plot as Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, I was going to say Resident Evil.
That's racist. You are canceled. The reason I say that because the way they did the killer virus is very specific because the killer virus is tied to your DNA. All right, say for instance, hypothetically speaking, somebody wanted to kill Gomer. Just saying. Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. So say I got infected with a virus tied to Gomer's DNA. Now, it won't kill me, but let's say I touch you and infect you. It won't kill you, but if you touch Gomer, he dies. So it's specifically targeted to somebody's DNA, but it's passed through.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get like the Gomer virus, like the Gomer fro virus.
Right. Then I can finally grow a fro. You know? Shout out to Gomer. Yeah, so that's the plot of the movie. So basically, James Bond is just in this movie, just covering MI6 ass because if it gets out what they did, World War III breaks out, you know. So that's the whole point of the movie, and some other stuff going on. So real sounding Metal Gear plot, because that's the exact plot of Metal Gear. They called it Fox Die. When you play through that game, Solid Snake was anytime he touched one of the guys he's supposed to rescue, they die. The reason because the people that sent them in to assassinate him, and he didn't know at the end of the game. Spoiler for if anybody hadn't beat that game, but yeah,
for Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, yeah, Metal Gear Solid.
Damn, that's
the PlayStation 1. Yeah, the PlayStation 1.
I just remember the robots and shit, and the psychic guy and Cyber Ninja. That was dope. Cyber Ninja,
Gray Fox. Yeah, but that was the plot. Like when you played at the beginning of that game, like when he touched the black guy, the DARPA chief, and he dies immediately. That's why.
Oh, and then my real name is Dave.
They're like, what is your real name? All right, so let's get to it. Let's talk about. I'm gonna just break down each character one by one. Like I said, let's talk about Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig, the GOAT. Regardless of what I thought about the movie, Daniel Craig is the GOAT. I'm just saying, you can bring up Connery, you bring it after this movie. Nobody does it better.
Baby, you're the best.
Yeah. Okay, we got Q. Q does Q thing. Like I said, you like him in the last movie, you like him in this one also. Oh, and he was semi-confirmed to be gay, but he's just gay enough that if you edit out the scenes for China, they'll never know. So it's one of those things.
He's not gay, he's just British.
Now Not racist, but it's something. I don't know.
It's a fucking joke.
Yeah. It's a dick, not a joke. Don't take it so hard. You know? What are we talking about? Okay. Yeah, Nomi. Let's talk about Nomi. Now, this was the big controversy going on right here. Everybody was upset about Nomi. Now, the thing is that she's actually not even in the movie that much. You know, she is.
Oh, that's not Money
Penny. That's not Money Penny. No. That's like I said, this 007 in the movie. Yeah. When James Bond.
Okay, so now all this talk, I know. Okay, yeah. I think I know what happens, and you didn't have to tell me.
Yeah, but the thing is, she's barely in the movie. Like, she shows up every now and then. She gives Bond shit for coming back. Oh, you're old, you're slow. I'm the new hotness, all the stuff like that. And then eventually, you know, spoiler alert, they actually become friends to the end. And then last third act of the movie pretty much turns. It's pretty much like a buddy cop trope between them the whole time. Even though she's not in enough to be a buddy cop movie, but they basically play like the buddy cop trope in there. And at the end, they team up and they go storm the base and all stuff like that. So they become good friends, stuff like that. So, pretty cool. However, everybody
sex at the end of the movie.
No, that's another thing why people get pissed. Here's the thing: Bond doesn't have sex in this movie.
Seriously,
he doesn't. Remember what era we live in. We are in the post Me Too era. So Bond just like hooking up with chicks left and right. Should we shag now or shag later? No, that's it.
He's like, never too busy for the pussy. That's like, that's who James Bond is.
Right. Even when he's bored, you know, it's just like, I got nothing better to do. You know. Yeah. So and the funny thing is, like, they tease it in the movie. Like I said, with Nomi, you know, with other chicks in the movie. Like, he think it's about to go down. He's like, oh yeah, let me one my shirt. And they like look at him like, what are you doing? You know. We gotta save the world. I mean, yeah, we do.
The plane's out of gas. We got 5 minutes till it crashes.
We got 5 minutes before the world blows up. I mean, shit, let's pass the time, you know. Yeah. So, but none of that in this movie. So, like, the women look at him.
I eat ass just to kill time.
Right. That's the thing. So the women are looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I thought we were about to fuck. Right? We not? Okay. You know. And I'm about to show you another one. Like, for instance, like this. He does not have sex with her. But here's the thing: this is Paloma in the movie, Anna De Armas, stuff like that. Eli, she stole the movie. No, you don't understand. She had the best scene in the movie. Like, she was on it for like 2 minutes. She like shows up, kicks ass, you know, flirts with Bond a little bit. You know, Bond think they're about to, you know, have sex. So as soon as he meets her, he just start undressing. And she was like, wait, what? You know, and then she leaves.
And I said Bond, James Bond.
Right. What else do I have to say? Why are you not naked? You know. So she just shows up for like 2 minutes, kicks ass, leave. That's it. And you can feel like the audience like, no, come back. You know, like, but no, you'll see her again. You know, that's it. This chick. This is the main Bond chick of the movie.
She looks familiar. Where did I see her?
She was in the last movie.
That's right. And where did I see her from?
Probably some French naked movie, because she's French, so yeah. French
naked. Oh, she was in Tarantino, the Nazi movie, Inglourious Basterds.
That's where she was from. Yeah. She was also in Mission Impossible 4, I think.
Oh, I don't.
So they're sharing girls now. That's what they do. But here's the thing: I didn't like her in the last movie. I thought that her chemistry with Bond didn't really match, because this is supposed to be the one. This is supposed to be the one that Bond gives it all up for. You know, I'm gonna quit spying. I'm gonna give a life for her. But I didn't buy the chemistry. I'm just like, she's the one. But here's the thing: in this movie, I bought it more. But here's the problem: the age gap between her and Craig, it's even more dumb, because Craig has aged in this movie. Like, in the other movies, he looked normal. In this one, you can tell he's an older guy. So when they're, you know, driving around in the car, you know, with her and Craig, and I can hear people in the background, oh, is that his daughter? You know, and then they start, you know, French tongue locking each other. They're like, ugh, you know, like freaking out.
During the car chase.
Right, doing the car chase like that. So like, whoa, that's not his daughter? Like, I hope not, you know. So that's going on with that. But this one, I buy their relationship a little bit more than I did in the first one, you know. Last but not least, let's talk about Lucifer Saffin. This is the Bond villain. This is the main Bond villain in here. He's not bad, but he's not good either. He's just there. He's just your typical Bond villain, evil lair, wants to destroy the world, wants to do blah blah blah. I don't even know why he wants to destroy the world. He just wants to, just cause. I don't know.
So they got Mr. Robot to play the evil hacker virus guy.
Yeah, that's him. So, Boomer fans, James Bond, Daniel Craig, bad. They keep ranting about the gritty reboot trope. I really love Craig. Yeah. I mean, but that's another thing I want to talk about. So we're talking about the gritty reboot. Here's the thing about this movie. What I did like. This is the bondiest James Bond that Craig has been in. So all the, like, in the old Craig movies, they stripped all the stuff away from it. It's just bare bones, meat and potato James Bond. This one, you get all the Bond stuff. You get the car with the gadgets and the smoke bombs and the machine guns and the bulletproof Aston Martin. This is the best, I think, Aston Martin James Bond chase we've had in a James Bond movie, like, period.
Yeah, and I think that's what I wanted more of the gadgets because I'm from the 80s. I liked Roger Moore.
It's here. It's here. You
but
get the
again,
whole.
I liked, what was the one where he went back to the cabin and shit?
For Your Eyes Only?
Is it Skyfall or was it?
Skyfall. Yeah, when he does the Home Alone type thing.
And M died, or old lady M died. And shit.
That was
that
Skyfall.
one was I really dug on that one.
Yeah, that might have been my favorite one. That might have been my favorite one.
That's the only Craig Bond movie that I've watched more than once, and I like that. But he went old. It's like he went old school, but not really old school. I don't know.
But he just found the stuff around his house like that.
Yeah.
But he has the Q gadgets, like the whole Q scene, like in the old Connery movies. Now pay attention, 007. You got this, you got that, you got that. He gets all that stuff in this movie.
The boombox missile launcher and shit.
You some crazy shit. You like this does that, this does that. So he gets the gadgets. The gadgets are back, in this movie. The opening scene where he shoots the thing. This is here. This is actually the first movie Craig did that in. Stuff that you just expect Bond to do. The after kill jokes, quips and stuff like that, they're back. He kills people after, he jokes after he killed them. It was one scene where he killed a guy and you can hear the crowd just quiet because they know they've seen Bond movies before. Like, okay, say something funny. We expect you to say something funny to kill this guy. And he says it and the crowd laughs. The joke was terrible, but just the fact that he told the joke, it was funny, I'm trying to think what else. Like I said, Bond chicks with dual wielding machine guns and shit like that. All sexy chicks, all that shit like that. Shaken, not stirred. I think it's the first movie he said that in. So they did the checklist, all the stuff you expect to see in a Bond movie is here. The big villain lair, they invade and stuff like that. All that's there. So this is your typical Bond movie, what you expect. Until it's not. Like I said, there's other stuff that happens that I won't spoil. And there's plenty of nods to old James Bond movies also, like Louis Armstrong song from Her Majesty's Secret Service, We Got All Time in the World. They play that repeatedly in there. That's from that. Also there's an old homage to one of James Bond's best kills in the old movies, Roger Moore. Actually, Roger Moore had one of the coldest kills in the movie. People think the guy's like a goofy clown and shit like that, but this shit was raw as hell. Get this fucking guy out of here. So he does that in this movie. It
wasn't Mr. Big blowing up like a bull.
Wasn't that goofy shit? No, it wasn't. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm trying to think what else. Now, to the bad part of the movie, I do think this is the longest Bond movie of all time. It's 15 minutes shy of 3 hours.
Holy shit, that is fucking long.
It is a long fucking movie. Yeah. It is. You're sitting there, you're like, did it really? And they could have trimmed a lot of stuff down. You could have tweaked some stuff in the storyline and had it. Now, the reason the movie is so long, because like I said, for those who haven't seen the Craig movies, all 5 of them are actually one long narrative. One movie leads into the other one, leads to the other one, leads to the other one. So since it's the last Craig movie, like I said, this is definitively the last Craig movie. They're wrapping up all those storylines, the Spectre storyline, the CIA storyline, the girl Bond storyline, all that stuff gets wrapped in here. So that's one reason why the movie's runtime is padded out, because they have to take care of that stuff. So that's all I got to say about that. Like I said, some cool action scenes on it. The ending is going to be controversial. I'm not going to spoil it, but I think a week from now, it's going to be everywhere. People going to be like, they did what? Hold on. Let me see. Let's see.
There's a lot of fan service.
It is. But like I said, it's a Bond movie. I mean, you go to a Bond movie to get fan service, Yeah. So, but overall, Eli, it was a good movie. Out of the Craig movies, I say this is my third favorite.
Okay.
I think those first 3, like the first 2, my 2 favorite Bond movies of all time. This one, pretty good. The
This
last
is the
two
fifth one?
suck. This is the fifth one. Yeah, he's had 5 movies. Yeah.
Have I seen him? I saw Casino Royale. I saw
Quantum of Solace.
Which one was that?
That's the second one. That's the one where they fought over water. That's the thing. Nobody remembers the plot of that movie.
I think I remember that. I saw the one with Batista.
That's Spectre. Yeah, that's the one before this one.
Okay.
That came out in 2012.
Wow.
Yes.
That was the last Bond movie. Damn.
That was the last Bond movie in 2012.
Yeah. Skyfall.
I'm sorry.
Skyfall?
2015. It came out in 2015. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because when was Skyfall?
Skyfall came out in 2012.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Same time as Avengers. So, yeah, so that's what's going on with those movies. So, honestly, I'm going to slap a score on it, Eli. 3.5 out of 5. Like, I know I was hyping up like, oh, it's a great movie. No, it's a good Bond movie. You will have an enjoyable time watching it. It's not a must rush out. You got to see it. Not even my favorite movie this year. It's cool, fun to watch. There was some slogs through it. There was some overly extra dialogue that was like, you can kind of speed through this shit. But, and like I said, but the cinematography, awesome. Just like it was in Skyfall, where everything looked like a beautiful painting and stuff like that. Same thing with this. Some of the stuff looked a little bit too beautiful. They're just like when you like going against the violence going on and kind of like not really matching because, ooh, that's so pretty. Ooh, that guy just got shot, you know. I will say the end scene where Bond goes up that staircase, it pretty much turns into a video game. It turns into John Wick, basically. He basically outwicks John Wick in the last movie. I mean, that last scene. So, yeah. So, like I said about that. So, let's move on past that. Next, we're gonna talk about. I'm just breeze through this. We're gonna talk about What If. This is the season finale of What If, and it's what if the Watcher broke his oath. That's what it is. Like I said, the last thing that happened in the last movies.
What, and started fighting? What is his oath?
Well, his oath is that he can't interfere. Like he can't.
Okay, so basically, yeah.
Yeah, so basically that's his oath that he can't interfere. So he doesn't interfere, but what he does that he recruits all the other, like the Avengers from the other episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he recruits all those guys. So he basically makes the Guardians of the Multiverse, you know. So he recruits them to fight evil Ultron, Infinity Stone, whatever.
That's why the season existed, was to create this episode.
Create this one episode. Yeah. So it's all connected. So yeah, all the episodes didn't matter. It all connected. So it was all one thing. They beat Ultron, but not without a cost. Because hold on, let me see what we got. What if it's just fun? It's just fun. Like I said, even this one really doesn't matter because it's still in another multiverse, whatever like that. But it was still fun to see. Like I said, you got the multiversal Avengers, but the thing is, they really only needed Doctor Strange because he was so freaking powerful. He could take on Infinity Ultron by himself, but he was there. But they gave us the best meme. They gave us this. They gave us Ultron armored Black Panther Killmonger with the Infinity Stones. So put that in your death battle and smoke it. You know, there's another meme going on right now that what if Killmonger had the Infinity Stones? This would be it. You know, don't get upset with me. Don't cancel me. I know people get offended by this one. I just found it on Twitter. You know, so that's what's going on with that. So honestly, it was
that wasn't funny at all. Was not laughing. I was thinking of something else.
Okay, exactly. I'm the one. If anybody were going to get Eli, just excuse himself.
How could you?
So, right. It was all Leroy. He laughed at it, you know. All right. So yeah, but it was a fun episode. It was fun. They teased the season 2. They said season 2, something like the season 4 of the like the phase 4 stuff might show up season 2. Like Shang-Chi might show up, Eternals might show up, you know, stuff like that.
They're gonna do another season of this.
Oh, they already confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah. And so matter of fact, one of the episodes here got pushed back because of COVID. So what episode is supposed to be here will be in season 2. So
okay.
Gamora does something, whatever like that. So yeah. What else we got? Speaking of, let's stick with Marvel. And this is my last one. After the Eli, I'm handing over to you. But I gotta talk about my girl. Not your girl, Eli, my girl, because I gotta talk some sense into her. I can't show you the picture of it because I think anyway, Letitia Wright. I got to talk to her. Hold on, let me talk. See what 616 Man got going on. Killmonger was a slick threat, lied and killed his way to the top of the show. I mean, Killmonger actually like saved them but then screwed them over. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was Killmonger doing Killmonger shit, you know. Now, like I said, going back to Letitia Wright. Now, Letitia Wright is screwing up because she's still going on this anti-vax, you know, routine, even while she's filming Black Panther. Now, like I said, I'm not getting in the way of anybody's political views. That's your political views. That's your political views. That's fine. However, all I'm saying is that secure the bag. That's all it is. Don't fumble the bag. Marvel's handing you a shit ton of money. Take the money, do whatever they want, and then afterwards talk shit about it. Do like Scarlett Johansson did, or like Terrence Howard, everybody else did. You know, get the money first. You know, don't screw the money up first.
Yeah, don't Gina Carano this shit.
I was just about to say that you think they're playing. They did the same thing to Gina Carano. Don't think they won't do that to your black ass. They will kick your ass out too. Just like they're hashtag and recast T'Challa, you gonna fuck around and go to hashtag recast Shuri. You keep messing around.
And then Ben Shapiro, come on over. I'll make a movie with you.
Right, and that's the problem. When you got Ben Shapiro agreeing with you, that should tell you you're screwing up. That should tell you messing up already. I mean, you already got these mega folks that like, Shuri is my favorite MCU character of all time. I knew I liked her for a reason. That should tell you fucking up. You know. Oh man, that's all I got. All right, so Eli, I'm gonna hand it over to you because I know you want to talk about. Well, if you want to talk about it, I know you say it's like some jaw-dropping stuff happened.
The last couple episodes of Wu-Tang on Hulu, the Wu-Tang and American Saga, have been really good. Probably my favorite episodes. The last episode was really cool. I don't know if you saw the Protect Your Neck episode. Did you watch that?
I did. I don't
no,
think I did.
It was cool. It's basically how they came up with Protect Your Neck, and it really
was that the one where they was on the Staten Island ferry.
No.
Okay.
No. This is just how they came up with Protect Your Neck, how RZA did the beats, how everyone came up with their rhymes and stuff, you know, the inspirations, and then they actually show it. They actually have these little, almost like a music video, where, Inspector Deck is busting through a wall like the Hulk and talking about Spider-Man and all that stuff. That was really cool. But then this past episode, they're talking about how they're trying to get Protect Your Neck played on the radio, or just trying to get it out there, trying to sell it to the labels and stuff, going to, different, producers and stuff like that, radio stations. It shows and basically Ghost and Raekwon, Ghostface Killer and Raekwon finally bonding, finally putting together their beef. And
right, because I don't think they've been in the room together since like the first episode or something.
Yeah, they have beef with each other. They came from different hoods, different projects, and they're rival gangs, and that's what the first season really fleshed out. So that all comes to the head in this one, where we go into Raekwon shot up Ghostface's house, and then they refer to Ghostface robbing Power's dad, his store, so that, they were both doing grimy shit against each other, but they finally came together in this one, and they're watching the movie The Killer. Now, the Purple Tape, or Raekwon's only Built for Cuban Link album, that has a bunch of samples from John Woo's movie, The Killer. And in this episode, you see them both watching this movie. And Ghostface had never seen it. Raekwon's like, "Oh man, this is my shit." Now, if you remember, I'm geeking out on Wu-Tang. Is it 36 Chambers? Well, where's my Killer tape at? There's that sample. So that's them watching. They're watching The Killer in this.
What's crazy? I never caught that reference till you just broke it down, because I remember saying it, but I thought they were talking about like Master Killer. Because he was one of them. A solo tape. That's what I thought they were saying. Raekwon uses a bunch of samples from that movie on Cuban Links, but they're watching the movie in this, and it basically and the core of that story, it's about a cop and this assassin who come together to fight off these mobsters, and they actually pay homage to that movie in this episode, where it shows Ghost and Ray dressing up like Chow Yun-Fat and Danny Lee and having a shootout in the church. It was dope. I was totally, my nerd boner was through the roof, because I love that movie. I love The Killer. I love John Woo movies. So yeah, I was really thought it was great. Not gonna lie, Eli, that sounds awesome. I feel like I need to get back on it. So yeah, and then it shows the infamous how they broke into the radio station. Was it Bobito and Stretch Armstrong
which is that hip hop show back in the day in New York. That infamous story how they broke into the studio and handed Protect Your Neck, the tape, to them and said, play this. And that legendary story where they played it and, you know, New York went wild. The whole city went wild. Like, who the fuck was that? How they kept, you know, that they even have some of the request calls recorded on the Wu-Tang album on 36. The whole city went wild. Like,
yeah, because I think they even said that, you know, that actually happened. Like, that was a real event.
Yeah. Yeah. So they make references to all that. It's just a fun episode. Like I was saying, if I'm a Wu-Tang fan and this season is killing it as far as the reference, they're finally getting into the music and the album and all the goofy comic book kung fu shit that we all loved from them. So, yeah.
So cool. All right. So yeah, you sold me on it. You sold me on it. I'm gonna catch back up. Let me see. Hold on, what we got here. 616 man. Wu-Tang. Show sounds insanely good. Talented music. Yeah, season 2, 616 man is picking up because it's actually showing them how they went from, you know, from the street gang to actual rappers.
Yeah,
the group.
They're finally the Wu-Tang Clan in this season. You know, last season was all about the gang shit, the gang street shit, all the beefs, and it was just like whatever. But this one, you're finally getting into the music side of things.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, this issue, I don't know what this is. I'm gonna let you talk about this.
Oh, the Halloween Kills. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that image too. I'll bring that up. So this is just stupid. And you know, once I read it, it doesn't really matter. But so there's a petition popped up online where they're saying they want the scene in the new Halloween movie where Michael Myers kills the firefighters. They want that removed, saying that it's offensive to firefighters. Firefighters are there to help, and you know they're there to to help people and bring people to safety. And it's offensive to firefighters and their families to have Michael Myers kill them. That it's just wrong to lure someone to lure someone to a fire only to kill them.
Right.
And they're right. Yeah, that's fucked up. But you know what? This is a fucking horror movie. It's Michael Myers.
Right. I mean, everybody gets it in a horror movie. The police, you don't see the police complaining about it. Paramedics get killed left and right.
Return of the Living Dead. Send more cops. Send more paramedics. You know.
Right. That almost happens in every horror movie. Ambulance shows up. The slasher kills them. Takes the ambulance. Drives off. Start killing more people. People get taken out. So yeah, it's wrong for firefighters. You know, we appreciate your service, but it's a movie.
Yeah. He's the bad guy. That's what they do.
Right.
Like, you know, yeah, it's just, and it turns out this petition, after I'm reading about it a little more, it's only got like 12 signatures.
Okay, so it's not getting any traction.
It was made back in June when the first trailer dropped. So it's only has 12 signatures, and then a counter petition came up, like saying basically fuck this guy and his petition. Let's keep the scene in there, and that's got a bunch of signatures on it. So
okay. So a counter signature to that signature. Okay.
But yeah, this is just stupidity. This is see this is what cancel culture. It enables stupidity like this. You know, trying to regulate art like that.
Right. Just I don't know. Yeah. You don't like it, don't watch it. That's all.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a horror movie. What do you expect?
Yeah. This is also we're going with the horror theme.
Are we not?
We have Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City.
I believe I do have a image for that. Yeah, they just dropped the trailer for the new Resident Evil movie that's coming out next month in the theaters. Which I didn't know about it till like a couple weeks ago. So the promotion on this movie is like been sucking. Like, hey, by the way, we have a Resident Evil live action movie coming to theaters next month.
I don't even know who's in it, to be honest with you.
I can't. One of the chicks, she's been in a bunch of movies. She was in Crawl, I believe, and one of the new Mad Max. She's playing Claire Redfield, and some other. What's his name? Amel, the brother of Arrow.
Robbie, yeah.
He's playing Chris Redfield.
His cousin, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. He's playing Chris Redfield. So I watched the trailer. It looks cool. You got to see zombies. You got to see the monsters. You got to see the lickers and the zombie dogs. It looks like a Resident Evil movie. I'm just like, do we really need that? Do we need to go back? It's called Welcome to Raccoon City. So it's basically they're starting over.
Yeah.
And my problem with reboots and remakes, as far as like, especially something that's, we've seen, there's been 1,000 movies already. There's already like, I don't know how many, 6, 7 Resident Evil movies, plus those animated movies, plus the video games. Don't give me this new movie where it's like an hour of, I wonder what's happening, where nothing happened, where they're trying to build up a mystery. That's what they do in like all the Predator movies. Like, no, we're here to see the shit. We know what we're seeing. Don't try to fucking build up a mystery that we already know the answer to. Just get on with it.
I mean, I do want to let you know, Eli, that you got to temper your expectation, because at the end of the day, this is a video game movie.
That is true.
So I don't know what to tell you. It's
and zombies are kind of played out now.
Yeah, I mean, but do zombies ever get played out? Really? I mean, do we ever really get tired of zombies?
Well, there was a big lull. As a horror fan, there was a big lull in zombies in the 90s, and it wasn't until 28 Days Later and Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead where there became a resurgence. And then the Walking Dead comic came back, and then zombies were just in fashion. And then, so by the time the Walking Dead TV show came on, zombies were like peak. And then it was the Walking Dead TV show that sort of burned it all out too. So
okay, so
and that's on its last season too. So the comic ain't even going anymore. The TV series is like on its last season, and yeah, I don't know. I haven't like what the Train to Busan was probably the last cool zombie movie that I watched that I've seen.
Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully they'll come back. Let's see what we got here. In there said it feels like James Gunn. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, I say it's a good thing.
If they're cracking jokes and blowing off heads, that would be cool.
I guess. I don't know. All right. So let's see what we got. 616. Video game movies, the next big thing, like comic book movies. Unless they crack the code. Until they crack the code, I don't see it happening. Now, we'll say this. That Sonic the Hedgehog movie is the best video game movie so far. Meaning it's good.
Really?
I'm tired of people saying that Mortal Kombat, the first one, was the best. It wasn't. It wasn't a good movie. I'm sorry. If you want to say it's so bad it's good, one of those entertaining bad movie watches, I'll put in a category. Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme, put in the same category also. But I say the Sonic movie was entertaining, pretty good, well acted. I'll even put it as one of Jim Carrey's. It may be Jim Carrey's comeback to comedy. No
shit.
Yeah, it's there.
Well, then that new Mario Brothers is gonna be the shit. Then.
Oh yeah, with Chris Pratt doing a Tony Soprano impression. Yes. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't see it.
Yeah,
so
talking shit to the fucking princess. Don't you ever disrespect me? I'll fucking bust you in the fucking mouth in front of this whole fucking kingdom.
Did I say something funny? Do I look like a fucking clown? Do I amuse you? Am I here for your entertainment? Let me stop before I get canceled. All right. So, So, like I said, go into the video game section. You're going to briefly talk about it. Eli, here's the thing. It's been so long ago, but we do have to briefly talk about that. We survived the great Facebook crash of 2021.
Oh, yeah. And I barely knew about it. It was only because you and Gomer and some other people were sending me messages, and my phone was like, message failed to send. I thought it was my phone. I was like, Dad, did my internet get turned on? But no, I'm watching YouTube. I was like, whatever. And I just like, whatever.
Well, the thing is, I was at work also. And the only reason I noticed because I was trying to share out the link because I usually share it out on the next day, to put out there. And I couldn't share it. I was like, what the hell going on? So I realized I was out. But I didn't freak out like everybody else did, like panic and stuff like that. I just went to Twitter. I'm good. There's so many other social media outlets out there. Like if Facebook crashed, like, man, whatever.
I didn't even do that. I was just like, whatever.
I mean, I'm still at work and I just need something else to do. So that's it. So we was over at Twitter just laughing at everybody on Facebook. That's all. So I just go back and forth. But yeah, that's the thing. But even though it wasn't you, Eli, I just find it funny that everybody else, 5 seconds after Facebook went on, the first thing they posted was, "Oh, I didn't even know it was off. I didn't know it was off. I have a job. Maybe you guys should get a job." You did it 10 seconds after it came back on. So obviously you were doing something you were waiting for. You know, don't try to act big and bad in front of us. But that's not the only.
No, seriously, I did not. I'm not trying to be that guy. I mean, you see me, it takes me forever to respond because I don't have my phone.
You're not the type of guy I see on Facebook all the time anyway. So I get that, you know.
Sometimes my phone is in the car and I just like, where the fuck is my phone? Like, whatever. I gotta go outside. Oh, then I gotta put my shoes on. Oh, fuck. I'll go get it later. I just
oh, right. So but the thing is, they weren't the only people that crashed, because a few days later, Twitter got hacked. Like completely hacked. Matter of fact, they got hacked so bad that I got an email saying that they reset my password. Like they reset my Twitch that thing on OB. I'm not a Twitcher or whatever. Oh, by the way, we're on Twitch. I don't know if anybody knows that. You know, but I know that Twitch took a hand of it. Here's the thing: we're on so many social media outlets, Eli. I forget everything we're on. You know. Somebody hit me up the other day. Oh, I listen to your podcast on Streambox. Like, what the fuck is Streambox? You know, but we're on there.
Yeah, what the fuck is Streambox?
I don't know. I might be fucking it up, but somebody said that. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. And then I look at the list of the stuff we distribute, and I'm like, oh, that is a thing. Okay.
We saw you on Fox News the other day. Like,
apparently, Facebook down 7 billion stocks. The world takes anger at Zuckerberg. Look, he made it back the next day. So that's the thing we need to be worried about. Not how much he lost, how much he makes on a regular basis. That's the scary part, you know. But I'm glad you talked about that, because the Twitch got hacked so bad they actually released the pay scale of the people on Twitch, like the top people to get paid. And like I said, it's the people you expect, you know, but the people you didn't expect, because remember we talking about the titty streamers always taking all the views, stuff like that. Here's the thing: they don't make any money. So nobody really watching this. They make money off like donations and, you know, simps paying them cash and shit like that, you know, PayPal and whatever. But as far as like Twitch paying them,
this new game,
right? But they don't make any money off actual Twitch, you know, money like that. But another thing that people find out, that only like 10 people on Twitch actually really get paid. Everybody else, even if you have like stream like 1 million views, stuff like that, if you're like in the top 20 of Twitch streamers, you might barely make minimum wage. So moral of the story, kids, have a backup plan. Don't put your money in this Twitch shit, you know. So, that being said, can we move on to the next part of the podcast? Mm-hmm. We flew through this thing pretty easily. Yeah, like I said, yeah. If you listen,
I thought this was going to be like an hour on James Bond.
I think I was just going to go James Bond, but I was like, I see what I need to say. Like I said, this is the Comic Bullies, where we talk about the comic books. I think we're just going to jump into it. Eli, I'm going to let you go first, because actually the book you're reviewing was actually second best-selling book this week.
Which one was it?
I can't remember, but I know it was. I'm going to let you guess.
Well, I only read like a few books.
Yeah. I'm going to let you guess which one.
Okay. Is it New Mutants?
Nope.
Hellions.
Yep.
That was the best-selling book?
Second best-selling. Batman's always best-selling.
Oh.
So once you remove Batman, it's everything else, you know.
Oh, I was about to say the Demons. Okay. Oh, you're doing Demons, right?
I'm doing Demons, yeah.
Okay, I'll do Hellions, yeah.
I do want to say that the cover of Hellions caught my attention, because it's the same cover as New Mutants 98, which was the first appearance of Cable and Deadpool and Domino and Gideon. Oh, but yeah, whatever. So
so yeah, this is New Mutant or Hellions. Hellions.
I screwed you up, my fault.
Hellions number 16. So let's see. It's a lot of shit going on. This is a lot of shit, a lot of drama. Well, it's X-Men, so what do you expect? So last issue, Havoc went nuclear and blew up Murder World or wherever, because all that shit with Sinister cloning those demon things from the Exoswords shit, you know. So and it turns out Empath was working for Emma Frost the whole time, spying on the Hellions, and he took over Havoc's body and made him blow up the whole place.
Well, damn.
Blew up the whole fucking place, blew up Sinister, his whole fucking lab, and destroyed the what's her face? Psylocke's daughter's DNA. So Psylocke was working with Sinister unbeknownst to the rest of the crew. And which really pissed off Grey Crow, who had the hots for her. but she was doing it because, you know, Sinister had Psylocke's daughter's DNA, and, you know, you better help me or else. So, anyways, Havoc blew up the place, destroyed everything, including Havoc's daughter's DNA. You know,
so Sinister is going full bad guy now.
Pretty well, he got exposed because his clone that he left for dead survived and came back and exposed and basically told on everybody. You know, hey, Sinister, you know, he got the DNA of those demons, what are they called, the Locust Squad or whatever, all that Exosword shit. He got the DNA of them, which he wasn't supposed to do, and he killed and left the whole crew there in, what was that place called? Araco or whatever.
Araco, I think you said.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. Anyway, he killed the whole Hellions crew and left them all for dead. And then when he brought them back, they couldn't remember any of that shit. So they didn't know any of this shit happened. But his clone survived and exposed them and said, hey, this is what they did. So it all came to a head. Havoc blew the place up, you know. And right now they're like, you know, even the X-Men showed up, like Cyclops and Jean Grey were like, damn, you know, the Hellions were kind of, you know, you guys are doing pretty good. You know, we were thinking, you know, you guys are going to actually make it and become a really cool team and shit. But they kind of break up. They all like, everyone's like, fuck this. Psylocke's like, fuck this. I'm done. You know, the only reason I was doing this was to get my daughter back. And now she's not coming back because the DNA is destroyed. She shoos away, what's his name? The little, not Beast Boy. What the fuck's his name? I can't keep track mutants and shit. The Beast Boy.
just Beast Boy.
Wild, was it Wild Child?
Oh yeah. The one that Sabretooth, whatever, cousin or something. I don't know.
She shoos him away, and you know, basically, I quit. I'm fuck this shit. Havoc is like crying, like I can't believe. But then Emma's like, "Oh well, you can have. We're gonna resurrect Madeline Pryor. So quit crying, bitch." And he's like, "Really?"
But why would they do that if she's not really?
Well, they're proposing that clones. I think that was in the New Mutants, where they make a proposal like, "Hey, some of these clones are actually became individuals like Honey Badger, like Madeline." You know, so they're making a case. So basically, Emma's like, "Yeah, quit crying. We're gonna resurrect Madeline for you." But then Empath, you know, she's talking to Empath and it's like, "Yo," she's like, "Thanks for everything you've done, for being my spy and being my bitch and doing all my dirty work and shit." And he's like, "Yeah, cool. Fuck those guys." And and then there's, "Okay, cool. You're gonna be on my squad or whatever. You're gonna help me out. I'm gonna find you a cool job and all this shit." He's like, "All right, cool." Because yeah, fuck all them. Also, can I hide out here? Because Grey Crow wants to kill me. And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And then she goes away, and I don't know if you can see that. Basically, he's like, "Yeah, fuck those guys," but then deep down, he's like, kind of sad that the crew is over or whatever, that they're breaking up and shit. That he actually, that he actually was kind of warming up to them. And then, of course, we got Grey Crow all pissed off. He's like, "I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna kill them no matter how many times. Every time they resurrect them, how many times they want, I'm gonna kill them every time." So he's all pissed off. He's like, "They're gonna throw you in the hole." She's, "I don't give a shit. I'll laugh the whole way down." He's just being all pissed off and badass, you know. But then Nanny takes off. She's like, "I'm done with this shit." So she goes to her robot. This is back when what the fuck was that now? Back during that whole arcade shit was going on. The Right, when they were fighting the Right, what do they call the Hand of the Right or whatever?
Something. Friends of Humanity or something.
Yeah, they were making these like robot mutant clones or something, robot mutants. And Nanny kept one. And basically they're like, we know you took one of our babies, and so she blows up the ship. But then what's his name? Saves her. The fucking what's his name? The orphan maker. The one he was kind of like the young kid that Nanny was kind of taking care of. He saves her, but she's like, "No, get away from me," and kind of shuns him. Everybody's sort of breaking up. basically. Like, go away. You know, it's kind of yeah. You know, go away, get away from me. Yeah, basically, she slaps this kid. Basically, he's basically a kid in an Iron Man suit.
Yeah, like a big baby. Yeah.
Yeah, and she is like, that's kind of fucked up. So yeah, it's kind of. But I guess we're on the last arc of this series, so this is the end of this series. So, basically, everybody's in shambles. The whole crew is like in shambles. They're all kind of the Hellions crew is kind of broken up right now. So. And then we're going to lead into these last few issues. So,
they're ending the series.
Yeah, they're ending. I guess this. It sounds like it.
Shit.
They're ending the. Yeah, this is the last story arc going into it. So the end is soon for this series. But yeah, I've been digging on it. And this was just a lot of shit just happened. Like, we're dealing with the aftermath of all the fucked up shit that just happened. So.
I know you meant Chimera, but yeah. Yes, that is one of the proposed futures that Sinister stole the Chimera DNA, even though something he wasn't supposed to do, but it's Sinister. What you gonna do? Of course, you're gonna do what he's not supposed to do. So yeah. 616 man, it does sound awesome. I might have to go back and
it's basically Suicide Squad with the mutants. Yeah.
So sounds pretty cool. All right, so I guess I'm up. So this is it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one because we're not doing some Marvel DC. This is actually a comiXology book, which is I'll explain what that is. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, a new book is supposed to take place. Oh, really? Gabe, you find out? Let us know. Let us know in the comments. We're posting.
Yeah, I guess Zeb Wells or whoever's writing this is going to do something else. So I don't know if this book is ending and a new writer's taking over, or this book is just going to end or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I'd rather it end. I hate it when new writers take over already established books because then they just screw up and just do whatever they want to, and it creates weird timeline continuity.
Yeah,
so yeah,
I just want Grey Crow because he's been cool.
Just give him Grey Crow book. Maybe that's what's coming. A Grey Crow book, solo book.
Just him just being pissed off and
it'd be like the X-Men's Punisher or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what are we talking about? We Have Demons is the book we're talking about. Now, what is so important about We Have Demons? Like I said, it is a comiXology exclusive book, so I think it's digital only. So I already know a bunch of people are going to be like, I'm out. I'm not one of those guys. I don't care. Inferno is a transition series from new books. Oh, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Basically, Hickman's on his way out, giving him new roadmap. Okay. So We Have Demons is the new book by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, the same guys that made the New 52 Batman run, which we both considered our favorite Batman run of all time. I
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was high praise. So they're making a new book from comiXology, their own book, and I think Scott Snyder is working with comiXology like exclusive. I don't think he even works for DC anymore. I think
it looks like they just gave him free reign. It totally looks like he's just going off on
this. This isn't his first book, right? This is what was that other one? Nocturna.
Oh, that was on Image though.
Oh, that was okay. So yeah, so this is his first comiXology book. So this is book starting off. I think he's got some more coming in the pipeline also. Yeah. Let's talk about what this book is. What exactly is it? Like I said, brand new book. It starts off all new lore, all new mythology. We're just gonna go to and just see what they say. So what do we got? So basically, I'm gonna just jump into it. Basically, what happens on the name of the first book is named the name of the girl or the star of the book is named Lamb. That's her name. So Lamb is visiting some old classmates. I forget who they are. One is pregnant, stuff like that. And she basically telling them, and she's got a big axe right there by her table. And she says she's came there to kill him. Now, why she come there to kill him? We're gonna find out. Basically, this is about the fall of man. It's a big deal about the fall of man. So basically, we're all screwed. We're all dead already, but basically they're telling the story about how we died,
and the forces of good and evil back billions of years ago when the universe was created. It's basically null. it's Venom and null.
Null is So this part got me right here because this is where the book starts off. Like I said, they're in Pascagoula, Florida. Been there before. Shit town. That's okay. Lamb is there, and she basically saying the earliest memory she has of her father, Cass Cullen. That's his name. And his earliest memory is that he cut her arm off. Now the reason he cut her arm off because she got bit by a snake and her arm got rotten, so he had to cut so the arm was gone anyway. He didn't cut it off; it was going to infect the rest of it and kill her. So he cut it off, inscribed "Good God Girl."
God girl.
God girl. I thought he was to say good girl, but now I'm just reading it said God girl. Okay. So anyway, gave a new arm, God girl. And he says every year he works with this like science team and they, redo her arm every year, and she's happy. She's like, Dad, can you chop my other arm off so I get another arm too? She's like happy with it. And just daddy-daughter stuff, like that. He marries a stepmom who is like her 6th grade teacher, and they just do that. Oh, and he's a preacher also. Pastor Cash, that's his name. And he basically says, give evil the finger. So he's not an orthodox, Oh, also, this is the same couple that Lamb was dealing with earlier. So, yeah. So
I didn't catch that, damn.
I just caught it. I just caught it now. I'm saying I didn't catch it earlier either. Yeah. So basically, what's going on, and we just got to the end. Oh yeah, she's arguing. She sees her dad arguing with somebody, so she knows something else going on with her dad. She talked to her dad. Dad, what's going on? Can you tell me what's going on? And they get into like big argument. Don't ask me what the hell. Get the fuck up out of here. And they start arguing. And I guess the argument was so bad that they don't talk again. They don't talk for like years. Oh, actually, they don't ever talk again because the next thing they find out is that her father passed away. So, I like this also. Then she just, since her daddy wasn't in her life, she got into, all kind of trouble. So you got that meme, about that dude. And I guess she was, and I guess she was just bisexual, whatever like that, just trying whatever. She experimental, So reading up it, she didn't care about the church anymore. She like, God doesn't exist. That's why she feels, Then she finds out her dad's dead. She gives a eulogy, all the stuff like that. And basically gets upset that her dad is gone. She takes off her arm and throws her arm. And she hits the snake. I guess because he took the snake that bit her and like bronzed it.
Yeah.
But when she hits it, it opens up a trap door.
To the Batcave.
To the Batcave. So they go through the door and they find all kind of relics and stuff, all the kind of vampire, demon slayer stuff down there. Like, ooh, that's cool. And that's when, her stepmom shows up and, stepmom tells everything that was going on, and they're like, wow, all these dead people down here with my dad's like, okay, so here's what's going on. Let's just break down what's going on. So there are two forces in the world. You got the halo and you got the horns. Let's get out of that. You got the halo, got the horns. So the horns, the halo is just both are like big meteors that come. But the difference between the halo and the horns is that the horn meteor, they keep coming. There's always meteor showers of the horns coming over again. So it's way more of the horns than the halo. So every bad thing that ever happens, like disasters, earthquakes, school shootings, it's all because of halo. Evil energy. They put evil energy out there. Meanwhile, the halo could get energy, but it's only one big chunk of rock that came from the halo, So, and that's where all the good stuff comes from. So basically what happened is that the most advanced of the humans got infected by the halo and they turned into demons. But they were more advanced regular humans. So before they wiped out all the humans found the halo meteor, turned it into weapons, and they basically fought back the evil demons, the halo demons. And that's when you got the demon slayer, stuff like that. And Pastor Cash is like the head demon slayer at the time, and she basically telling the whole story. The name of the couple is the spoon. She like, what they're telling me is that this axe right here is made by halo metal, and anytime it's up to a demon, it glows. Like on Lord of the Rings with whatever Sting, all that. So she puts the axe to him, it doesn't glow. So you're like, oh shit, I'm going crazy. This is going too much. I think I'm grieving over my dad. I'm just relaxing. And she's like, that's right. But then if you look at the mother, her eyes are glowing just a little bit, So then their clothes ripped off, face ripped off, skin ripped off, something like that. And it turns out they're actual demons. Now, the reason the axe didn't light up for them is because she doesn't know how to use it. So the demons are about to get her, about to kill her, stuff like that. And she grabs like one of their ornaments and stabs them. And I think like the babies are coming at her because, like I said, she was pregnant. So the babies attack her. Shit, fuck, balls. Aren't they cute? So the babies block the door, demon
Shit,
babies.
Fuck balls.
Right. So they're about to kill her. And he taught me this, give evil the finger, And right before they're about to kill her, that's when, boom, they get killed by Gus. So Gus is Pastor Cash's best friend, he's a demon also, but somehow
from another
he can
dimension,
from another dimension. But he can use the Halo weapon, which actually looks like the Sword of Eternity from He-Man. Now look at that. Damn. Okay. Anyway, he kills the demon. He like, look, are you okay? Cool. I gotta teach you. Let's do it. Oh, and he gives her an upgrade. He like, your dad wants to give you another arm. She gives another arm. She puts it on. Oh, and grandma is a demon also. So, oh yeah, boom, and she's got a Halo knife in her arm. And I'm pretty sure grandma gets a head chopped off after that, but they don't show it. But yeah, so that's the story. A lot of setup. It's not there yet, but it has potential. It has potential, Eli. With this type of story, I don't know where it's going to go. I'm not off the train yet.
Yeah.
But I
you
want
can
to
totally tell they're giving Scott Snyder free reign to just indulge.
Yeah.
And it's got everything. All the shit he used in Dark Knight's Metal, the universe creating the Forge and all this crap, and the team that, you know, that fights the evil. It's nothing we haven't seen before in Hellboy or shit. This is something.
It was all an allusion to mythology. Religion.
Yeah,
religion.
Something is killing the children. The secret society of monster hunters. That's all this is. But it's Snyder and Capullo.
Right.
So, and if not, just come here for Capullo's art, because the art is
amazing. Like, it reminds me of Spawn a lot. Like I said, Capullo's on Spawn also.
Yeah.
So, but my thing.
I mean, I think it was probably 5-7 pages too long, maybe 10 pages too long.
Yeah, it didn't need to be that long. Yeah. They could have wrapped it up a little bit. But here's my thing. I want to get. Like I said, it's not Marvel, it's not DC. So I want to make sure that if they're gonna do a comiXology type deal, get away from the superhero shit. I don't want anything resembling superhero shit with
this. That's when that panel where it shows
it like took me out of it. Like, oh, I'm reading a comic.
The Fantastic Four, the White Lanterns.
I don't need this shit. I don't need this shit.
Yeah.
Some of those tropes that we expect in Marvel DC, get away from that shit. Move away. Don't give me a book that you try to pitch for DC that got turned down. Don't give me that. Give me some new shit. This Power Rangers bullshit right here, I don't want that.
Yeah.
You know.
Or Hellboy.
Or whatever the hell this is, you know.
Yeah. This is, like I said, it's nothing we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Just trim the fat. I mean, it sounds cool. Yeah. It's a demon hunters. I mean, it would be cool if it was just her. Like, I don't need a team.
Keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Yeah. You know,
her and her fucking monster buddy. Then you got
I was gonna see Spawn. Oh, what you do? Oh, well, I told Eli reviewed Spawn like 3 months ago or something, I think. He said we should review Spawn.
Oh, yeah, I did. I've been sporadically.
Look. Gabe, here's
I wait for the Gunslinger Spawn book to drop. That's the one I'm excited about.
It didn't already drop?
Not yet.
I think. Oh, it didn't? Okay. Here's the thing, Gabe. Here's the thing. And this is the deal with Spawn also. Spawn is tough to get through. It's a tough book to read. Todd McFarlane's a terrible writer. I'm just sorry. He just is. And that's the thing. Like, it is a chore to read. And they've always been like that. From the first book to the 300 book. They're just a chore to read. I don't like reading Spawn. It's cool to look at.
Yeah.
But that story, man. Oh.
The ideas are cool. It's just, he's not a writer.
Right. And he just throws so many words in his shit that don't really mean anything. It don't do anything in this story.
It's just over dramatic. It's like all, over dramatic, trying to be all.
Now I know it's stuff that we will say. I know we're committing heresy saying that those Spawn books suck, but they did. They just look pretty, but they sucked. I'm just sorry because they were tough to read. The only time they were good is when he had guest writers coming on. Neil Gaiman, Frank Miller, that dude that did Cerebus. Those books were great because he had real writers on them.
and I've dug on some Spawn throughout the years. I come and go. I'll jump on some Spawn, like, oh, this is so fun. I remember this shit, and then I'll read a few issues for a few months, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting tired of this. And then I fall off. And that's just
and when you fall off, it's tough to get back in. It is tough.
I was 300. I'll check it out. And and then I fell off, and now I'm waiting for the Gunslinger because maybe I'll get into that. And I know there's this whole new team coming out, and now he's got a whole new era of characters coming, but the only one I care about is the cowboy with the gun. So
yep. So all right.
this was fine for what it was. Like I said,
expected better. But like I said, it's a new book, started from scratch. But I'll stay with the second issue to see where it goes, and then I kind of decide on whether or not I'm jumping off the train.
You can tell, they're letting Scott Snyder just do what he wants, do whatever he wants, and he's just, he needs to trim the fat a little, because you can tell he's just losing himself and just writing words. Like, I just want to write some words.
So this is the Snyder cut.
This is the Snyder cut. Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, you're up now.
I'll do New Mutants.
Okay.
22, is it?
I think so. The X-Minute or whatever this is.
Yeah. Me doing X-Men. Yeah.
And you hate X-Men, but you do X-Men.
Where is it? Let me see. I'll go with that one. Okay, so this again, we're dealing with the last issue where Honey Badger Gabby was killed by Farouk, the Shadow King.
Mm-hmm.
And then they illegally resurrected her. And they basically confront the Shadow King. They're like, hey, Shadow King doing all the shit. He's here to get a new host and do some grimy shit. We got to stop him. And that's basically what it is. So this book starts out with the whole squad, the whole New Mutant squad, and they're freaking out because we're seeing all these wars and Krakoa in flames, and like the Sentinels and Nimrod and the Brood and all these threats that are on the horizon, and all the timelines because of that Powers of X shit, all that shit coming to destroy Krakoa. And Danny and Karma, they're all freaking out like, oh my God, Farouk is messing. This isn't real. Farouk's messing with our heads, and then it turns out he's showing us all our worst fears. And then they're like, no, he's not. He's showing us his worst fear. And his worst fear is Krakoa being destroyed. So they have a sit down with Farouk, and it's this big philosophical debate, basically talking. He's like, you know what? This ain't going to last. Krakoa is not going to last. Like all empires, they all fall. And he makes references to the Roman Empire and all that. That nations come and go. They take over each other. They rule for a while, and then they crumble and fall. It happens throughout history. Keeps happening
now.
And it's happening now. And it's going to happen to Krakoa. Krakoa is going to implode, and it's going to fall. That's just how things go. What we need to do is basically assert our dominance. We are on, evolutionary scale, we are superior to humans. We need to, show our superiority and basically take them over. So, of course, they're, there's this debating that. Oh, well, if we do that, that will just lead to more, war and conflict and all that. And they're just basically having a debate. Meanwhile, the kids, that was the crew. That was Danny and Karma and Magic, Rain. They were all talking to Farouk. Meanwhile, back on Krakoa, the kids, Honey Badger and No Girl and all the other kids that have been training with them, they're basically, saying, hey, they're having a day, we're making a vow. They're apologizing to Scout or Gabby or Honey Badger, whatever you want to call her. They're apologizing. We apologize for not, becoming friends with Farouk and not recognizing that he was a threat. And we're sorry he killed you and we didn't recognize it and blah, blah. They're just apologizing. We're still friends and all that shit. But we should go and help out the team. The New Mutants, face him. Let's all go give him a piece of our mind. So they basically all go there and to go fight Farouk or go tell Farouk what's up. And they get there and Farouk did some shit to the squad there.
What did he do?
He's got them all in some kind of trance.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And so to be continued. And then of course there's some foreshadowing because they've been training they've been training with their what is it called? The synergies or whatever, where they team up with another squad. Like each mutant teams up with a teammate, and then they synergize,
combine their powers, and
and they do some ill shit. And there's this whole, it's like the Hickman, word, where'd it go? The Hickman word shit, where he likes to write like novel shit inside the comic, and it's basically just telling them about how each team members, like what's working for each team member. So I think they're kind of foreshadowing, like, oh, so this is gonna, when they fight, it's gonna be Mirage and Karma, or Magic and Warpath. Like they're showing like which teams are doing like the results of all these different training sessions and who's doing the best and shit. So,
look like he's on this team, Gabe. So So yeah, I mean, it's cool. Like I've been on this book for a while, and I'm still digging it. So 4 out of 5. Yeah, Warpath is on this book. Yeah. Shout out to Gabe. He said we should call your segment Krakoa's Corner. So yeah, we're still in it. So
Krakoa's Corner.
All right. So I guess I'm up next. What am I doing next? Oh yeah. Okay. Dark Ages. I'm doing Dark Ages. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because you left that with me.
Sorry.
All right, so for those that don't know what's going on, this is Tom Taylor, y'all. Actually one of our favorite writers in comics right now, and he's normally been doing with DC, but now he's doing Marvel. So basically what this book is about is that EMP hit Earth, and it's like repeatedly pulsing through Earth. So all of Earth electronics are gone. So technology is gone. They're just surviving without it. So this book's actually picking up like a decade after, or like 5 years after without it, just seeing how they live. So they manage. So basically how they've managed so far is like I said, the heroes, basically all out war started. All out war came out of nowhere, and a bunch of people died, because it was like fighting off, and then people try to take over, something like that. And then eventually the mutants took over. The mutants just said, like, they all communicate with each other. You don't have to do this. You can stop doing this. And Professor X and Jean Grey and everybody else just control everybody. So after that, they had peace. So after that, 5 years later, they just been making it. They just been doing a thing. Spider-Man got a little Spider Girl. I don't know what her name is. I'm just gonna call her Mayday Parker. It may not be her name, but like I said, she keeps popping up in alternate universes all the time anyway. Let's say they basically they communicate with all the telepaths on the world, they can talk to each other. Wakanda is like the new center of everybody, and everybody goes, like all the smart people in Wakanda together. Dr. Doom is in Wakanda, Devil Girl, Devil Dinosaur, Moon Girl, whatever his name is. And they're basically just they found a way to like mimic technology for like a limited amount of time. So they do things like that. And Spider-Man is like building webs. The reason he's building webs is because since when it gets night and there is no technology to stop them, the werewolves are out. The werewolves, demons, everything like that. But you got this own team of vampire hunters and demon hunters that go. So you got your girl, Honey Badger, Laura, you got Elsa Bloodstone, Blade, and it makes sense that Laura be in this book because Tom Taylor started writing that Wolverine book with Laura in it. And I think he invented Honey Badger. So of course they would be in the book.
And so she's got stakes instead of
because they put she's got claws, but they put wooden stakes over her claws. So she's like, yeah, let's do this, and then that's when the werewolves and demons come out and they just go to work on them. That's what they do. Meanwhile, Tony Stark and Pepper. In the last book, Tony lost his leg because when power went out, he was in the Iron Man suit at the time. His leg just came off, and right when the demon gets ready to come out, boom, Captain America chops his head off. Captain America's like, hey, Tony, I ain't seen you in a while. We need to talk. And Tony's figured out alchemy. I didn't know that was real, but he's figured it out, So I guess when you got that much time on your hands, so basically, look, we need to go somewhere and talk. They go outside and talk, and they said, what are you doing? Anyway, it's a trap. He goes there, Apocalypse and Dracula's there, waiting on him. And they're like, well, what the hell with Captain America? So Tony gets ready and he throws out a light bomb, an EMP bomb, and like that, kills all the vampires. And Drax like, you shouldn't have done that. You killed some of them dudes I had on my team for like 100 years, you know. But Drax doesn't kill him. Instead, they just take him back to the base. You just knock him out, and it turns out Captain America was Mystique the whole time. So they take him back to the base, and I guess they teleport. Tony wakes up in Europe, and they have power there. Apocalypse built his own city. They have power running and everything, generated. And he's like, how the hell you did that? He's like, oh, you built what kind of field? You built a something field. Yeah, that field.
The machine that does this,
the Faraday cage was like that. Yeah. Oh,
that gives us power.
Yeah, you built a Faraday cage. It's immune to the thing that they did to us. I've been trying to build this, but I couldn't find a way to build it because the only way you can build something like this, you got to have like a strong enough magnetic force to do it. And I couldn't find one. And Apocalypse was like, who said anything about something? What about someone? And they look up, and it's Magneto. Magneto is powering the city. He's just trapped into doing it, you know. And so he like Kilgrave, and that's when the Purple Man shows up. Everybody knows Purple Man. He's from the Netflix show, whatever like that. So the Purple Man shows up, and mind controls Tony, and the book ends. So yeah, so it still hasn't gotten me yet. It's a cool story, but it hasn't grabbed me. It's not like Deceased was. Where Deceased was, oh, I gotta find out what's going on. This is kind of like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I agree. This is like more setup. It feels like it's still setting up.
But he should have been in this already. I don't know. I here's the thing. I think we have such a high expectation for Tom Taylor. I think that's what's messing us up. Yeah. We expect more from him.
Well, the thing is, it's only 3 more issues, like only 5 books, right? And this is issue 2.
Yeah.
So this is like almost halfway over, and he's still like set. Is there tie-ins to this or something?
No,
like,
it's just this. That's it. That's it. So,
something. I'm waiting for shit to happen, and
I don't. It feels like Tom Taylor was just cranking out some shit in the meantime while he was making other shit he wanted to make. You're like, oh, I want a Marvel book. There you go.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, and honestly, I don't need vampires and werewolves. You know, I don't need a Marvel vampires and werewolves book. It's like deceased with zombies. And like, oh, okay, I'll do vampires and werewolves in this book.
Because Marvel deals with that stuff, you know.
Yeah. And DC's got the Batman versus the vampire and the werewolf book going on, and I'm not reading over there, so I'm not.
So why are they showing up here? You know.
So yeah, I gave it 2 issues, and I think I might be done.
I don't know. I'll kind of stick with it, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. So what you got next?
The last book I guess I'm doing is Out.
Okay.
Off of the AWA. Where the hell is it?
Attitudes with Attitudes.
Oh, I got a screen. I got a screen.
Fantastic.
So this is from AWA, the independent label with all the,
assholes with attitudes.
Yeah, Diodado's on there. All major creators on there. Putting out creator-owned books. No, pretty good so far. This is so this is out. This is basically World War II. The Nazis got some vampires. Now I'm a sucker for Nazis and horror and monster shit. I love that shit. And this is basically what it is. It's Nazis got these prisoners of war. Of course, they're at some camp that's in a castle. And we're basically introduced to all these prisoners getting thrown into a Nazi POW camp. And they're all like allies from different armies, But the main character is this native dude who's a Comanche code talker. So this is during the D-Day era where, where they were, there was the Navajo code talkers. There was tribes, all kinds of tribes that were code talkers. Comanche being one of them, and this guy is a linguistics expert. He was bringing codes written into Comanche language, and the Nazis could not break the code. But he's kind of shunned by the other prisoners. They think he's a spy because he speaks German, and that he's out there, and he's native, and so they're racist against him and shit. So it's basically building those relationships in the POW camp. It's got elements of Hogan's Heroes, The Great Escape, Bridge Over River Kwai, those old Nazi POW stories. And there's a vampire lurking. So basically, I think the Nazis are using this vampire at this vampire's castle, and using this vampire to win the war. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. As far as the native, this is written by Rob Williams, is he from Scotland or something? Where is he? He's from Europe, European.
Okay,
writer.
I don't think I've ever heard of him before. Yeah.
He's written some stuff for like Judge Dredd, and I think he's written for Marvel and DC, but I think he started out in like 2000 AD. And he's got the main character as this native character. It's nothing more than a plot device. As far as representation goes, we can tell it's not, not too deep into the culture, but he's just native for the plot device. He's, knows the language. He's a code talker, and yeah, just a sort of different main character. But still, I'm digging. It's pretty cool so far. It's just the first issue. Setting everything up, setting up relationships, and vampires and Nazis. So I'm gonna give it a whirl. And for the most part, AWA has been putting out some cool books lately. Like most of the books that I've read, I've been into. So and like I said, I like this horror Nazi shit. So
cool.
I'm gonna check it out. So
okay,
4 out of 5.
All right. So last book I got, it was a free book. Technically it was free. I'm still paying for it, but I think I'm free. It was oh shit, let me set it up. Harley Quinn, the animated series. Why am I reading it? Because it's free. Why not? We know what's going on. Basically, Harley and Poison Ivy are doing a thing. They're on the run. I do want to show the cover, because the cover is an homage to a movie that I'm pretty sure everybody recognized from their childhood. Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp, yeah. So yeah, that's Samore. That may not be the right movie, but yeah, that's what I got from that. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Oh no, we're not gonna do that. There we go. All right. So basically, the book starts off actually with Hush. Hush shows up because he got punched in the mouth by Harley Quinn. So he's ready to fight, and basically Harley Quinn throws him over, punches him, but Poison Ivy gets mad and starts doing shit. And while Harley Quinn is getting punched, she wakes up and starts talking into the camera, us, the reader. She's like, I bet you wonder how I got in this situation. And while she's talking, the people at the table is like, who are you talking to? And basically it's like, I'm on a date with Poison Ivy. Hush came in, started doing shit. So yeah, that's what's going on. So basically, we fast forward back to Bloodhaven. Basically, they made a pit stop in Bloodhaven. So they went to Bloodhaven. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was doing splits in a convertible.
Yeah, because it's Harley. Why not? She just does crazy shit. So they go into the gas station in Bloodhaven. While they go in the gas station, they walk in. Everybody's looking at him because Gordon has like a kill order on him right now all over the country. Everybody looking like, is that Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy? So she goes to the bathroom. While she goes to the bathroom, these 2 white girls basically saying like, you know what? Let's call the cops on her. Let's get the reward. And,
oh my God, Becky, her butt is so big.
Right. Harley even calls them Karens later on in the book. But yeah. So she's like, wait, did they just call the police on me? She's like, no, I'm gonna just beat the shit out of them right now. So right before she does that, Poison Ivy wrestles her. She's like, Harley, that's why I'm glad I followed you in here, because I know you're about to do some stuff. So let's hurry up and get out of here. Harley, Poison Ivy gets mad. Harley throws googly eyes at her. She can't get mad. That whole thing, So, and that's when Nightwing shows up, for the ladies, he's basically working out because he's always in some kind of weird thing. He has to struggle to get jeans on, like Beyonce, jump to get jeans on. So he goes in because he's got word from Batman that basically Poison Ivy and Harley are in his city. So this one blue-haired lady that works at there, she's just like, us queer girls got to stick together. Sneak out through the back. I'll help you out. And she sneaks him out. She also says, if you need a place to stay, I got a place to stay for you. Just hang out my crib and y'all can change clothes or whatever. She's like, okay, cool. So sneak him out the back. When they get ready and go, that's when you get, boom, Nightwing. Or as like Harley called him, Nightbutt, So yeah. and she's like, they're about to get into it. And basically saying, look, we were just passing through. We weren't bothering anybody. We're just going to stay in town for the night. We're going to leave. And Nightwing's just like, okay, yeah, okay, cool. And he also just asks Harley, like, Harley, why are you upset with my butt? He's like, have you seen your ass? Your ass is fantastic. And then there's a little panel down at the bottom. Let's see if I can get to it. I can't get to it. But the panel at the bottom is Nightwing and Catch. He was like, yes, Harley, I have seen it. And it is glorious, you know. All right. So we go to it. So basically they go on a date. And that's where we get to the scene where we were at before. Yeah, Gordon, I don't care about this shit Gordon does. Yeah. So back to the scene where they start blowing up shit. What actually happened is that they just went to Bloodhaven's garden because they just wanted a night out. But they went undercover, dressed up so people couldn't disturb them. But then while they were doing that, that's when Hush just shows up. He's just like, is this seat taken? Hey, I like how you look. Because the thing is, Hush is just like, look, if Bruce Wayne can walk up and get any chick he wants, I can too. So he just like Harley and just decided just grab her, even though she's on the date. And then that's when, they fight her off. You're like, look, y'all think y'all too good for me? I'm Hush, and they start fighting and shit. And, they whoop his ass, basically. And then they go to the Bloodhaven Carnival, but they torture Hush the whole time while they're there. Like they put him on the pinwheel while they're spinning. That thing right there when they do it, they got him tied up. So when they hit it, they punch him in the nuts, like that. And then they decide to make out on top of the car, and the book ends. But there's somebody else there saying, I got my eyes on them. And that's the book. So yeah, it's whatever. I don't know. I don't pay for it, so I'm gonna review it. So yeah. So
it'd make a great episode.
Yeah, that was saying. It's just like I think the next book's like the last. I think it's like a 4-issue thing, and then that's it. So yeah. So you got any more books?
No, that's it.
Okay, yeah, I'm booked out also. Like I said, if you listen this long, if you like, share, subscribe. Next week, definitely want to tune in because this week DC has their virtual Comic-Con coming out. All kind of DC shit gonna drop, and I'm gonna devote a good amount of time to that. Y'all reading Fear State? Oh no, I dropped it.
I gave up.
I'm out. I don't care.
I gave up.
We already know what's gonna happen. Anyway, DC fucked up and told it what's gonna happen, so it's like, what's the point? All you're doing is just filling the building blocks between that. So yes, definitely check us out next week because DC Fandom is gonna drop. I think I heard Eli. I don't know if for sure. They're saying it might be a 3-minute trailer of the Batman.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we might
get a lot of shit's that next week's gonna be stacked because Halloween comes out this weekend.
We got to review Halloween. Yeah, like I said,
new Slumber Chucky, the Chucky TV series comes on.
Yeah, so we are knee deep balls.
The Slumber Party Massacre remake too.
Slumber Party Massacre remake.
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked about it like a while back. Yeah, they're making a remake.
You did?
It's coming out. Yeah, for horror fans, it's a stacked week for horror.
It's a stacked week. We're going to have a busy show next week, so definitely tune in with us. Also, want to say happy fuck Columbia Christopher Columbus Day.
Columbia.
Not Columbia. I meant to say Columbia. I keep getting his
Oh
name.
yeah, happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Happy Indigenous People Day, exactly.
To all the states that recognize it.
Exactly. Because the thing is, I don't even get excited for this holiday because we don't even get paid time off for it. Like, we don't actually get holiday pay for it, even though people are getting time off for it. I don't. So I'm like, fuck this guy. Like I said, the only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace. I'll repeat that every day this day. So yeah. So until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.